Hi guys, my name is Sean. I'm a houseplant enthusiast from Jakarta, Indonesia. This is the second episode with Mr. Greg Hambali. If you've missed his introduction in the previous episode, be sure to check that one out. But in this episode, it's actually very chaotic. Here's how it all began. I arrived at Mr. Hambali's residence and there was an event happening. But because Mr. Hambali wanted to show us a Syzygium flower, which is a rare bloom, we had to go pretty early. So Mr. Hambali took me on his motorbike ride to his little forest area and we trekked a little bit. I did not even take out the microphone or anything because number one, it was raining, and number two, that wasn't our official filming time yet. So I wasn't even sure we were gonna film much at the time. But it turned out into an interesting adventure as we looked through his collection, and Mr. Hambali shares with us exactly why it's important to have many diversity of species, because we want to cross them back with each other within the same genus to produce interesting flowers, interesting fruits, and just plants that are more resilient and strong in general. He also shares with us the reasoning behind grafting trees, and he spent decades on calathea hybridizing, and we're going to be seeing that. And there's going to be some preview of Salacca. It's actually a type of palm that produces the snake fruit, which is a local delicacy in Southeast Asia. And finally, we get to see some of his beautiful Aglaonemas at the end of the episode. Now this one is very choppy, mind you. Again, we don't have the audio set up properly for this, but where possible, I will include captions down below if his audio isn't clear enough so we can comprehend exactly what he's saying, because every word that he says is pretty interesting and important. And in this episode, be on the lookout because it's so fast paced as I try to keep up with Mr. Hambali. There's a lot of interesting plants in every corner, so keep your eyes glued to the screen, and it's such an adventure filled episode. I really hope that you enjoy this one. Hello.
Yeah.
Wow, what is that sound? But you amplify the sound? Or?
The cause of the double nest to attract the swiftlet.
Ah, see. So you amplify the sound?
Yeah.
Interesting. Is there a reason that you're calling out?
It's all the commonplace now. When people try to lure the birds to come to the house. Start to drop.
So Syzygium is not actually endemic here, right?
This is endemic to Papua New Guinea. To New Guinea.
Okay.
Indonesian and maybe also Papua.
Beautiful. They are, how many species do you know roughly in the genus?
It's a big genus.
It's a big genus?
Yes.
Oh, head careful. I see you have palms here.
Yes.
Under cultivation. Are these sprouted from seeds?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the only way for palms to be propagated.
Yes, I mean, of course, I mean, but some palms can be, say, not propagated, I think, just continue to be rejuvenated by marketing or air layering.
Ah, air layering.
And this is the so-called ancestor of the garden mangosteen. This is so-called Garcinia malacensis. It's actually a diploid form of the tetraploid apomictic Garcinia mangostana. Leaves very much like Garcinia mangostana, but they are dioecious, meaning they are male and females. Garcinia mangostana is dioecious, but being apomictic, it can be propagated through seeds, say, continuously. And this is a form that I think also a diploid form of Garcinia mangostana, which is actually produced apomictically through the ovule, not the nucellus or nucellar tissue. That's why this appears to be diploid, but we have to confirm the chromosome number by counting it sometime in the future. The thing is, being an ancestor, say, form of the species of the Garcinia mangostana, it is then more diverse than Garcinia mangostana by itself, because Garcinia mangostana is apomictically produced, so the variation is very much lower unless it mutates, you see, during say the seeds development. But then this Garcinia mangostana, I mean, malaccensis being the ancestor of mangostana, it is dioecious and then can reproduce through sexual means, so meaning the plants resulted from the seeds are very, very diverse. And so then we can then, you see, improve mangosteen through this, say, ancestor species.
So you might cross it back to the mangosteen.
Yes.
Wow.
And that's why there are triploid mangosteens, which are also apomictic. And then as the results of the crosses between the tetraploid, apomictic tetraploid, and then the non-apomictic or the normal, you see, ancestral species with the lower chromosome number, I mean the diploid form. So actually we can produce mangosteens, which are apomictic through the crosses between the mangostana as the female, you see, parents, and then the Garcinia malaccensis as the male parent, as the spawn source.
Wow.
So this is a really kind of opening possibilities for diversifying the quality and also the say the size of Garcinia mangostana in general.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
And this is Barringtonia Papuana.
Oh, it's very tall.
Yes, but then the fruits are only confined to the say lower stems, because in anyway a height that is reachable by casuaris, because this parcel is carried out by casuaris. So all fruits then are produced only within the reach of the casuari bird. So selected only for that particular, say.
This is one, right? This is
yes,
the fruit.
This is the fruit. I mean, and the fruit to us is tasteless. Maybe to casuari it may have some taste. I mean, that may be likable. You see.
Interesting.
So I mean, this is also from New Guinea.
Yeah. And that is the baby one, that one.
Yes, the small ones. Yes. From Ecuador.
Yeah, it's from South America.
Yes,
I read.
Yes. And I got the say plants through Mr. John Panjiho. This is the Browniopsis ukayalina.
Okay.
And then this is the one with the completely red form. You see, the other one with blotch leaves.
I didn't know they get so big. They become a tree, basically.
Yes. This is a Herania. Herania is say a genus closely related to Theobroma. These are all rootstocks of Brownia grandiceps.
So which one is how does it come up and down like this? Like what
No, actually this is you see, we just kind of graft this.
Oh, you grafted it?
Yes, grafted it. You see, this is a Brownia.
Yeah.
And then this is a Browniopsis.
Oh.
So then you see, and so the plant becomes much kind of course more vigorous. As you can see, this is the branch of the original roots. I mean, original scion.
Yeah.
And then this is the one after regrafted to Brownia.
Can you share the reason why behind grafting?
We want to encourage the plant to grow much more vigorous and much stronger. This is the Brownia ukayalina with say solid brown.
Beautiful still. And then they turn green over time, right?
Actually, this is the normal one, or say the commonly available one.
And these will grow into that huge tree we saw earlier.
Yes.
Over time.
And this is also another night blooming Barringtonia.
Yeah. Yeah, I see some fruits there. Is that what it is?
Yes. The fruits are, I mean, the rind not edible. The pulp not edible, but the seeds is edible.
Yeah. A lot of anthurium mother plants here.
Yeah. So
And this is also a Syzygium that is
Yeah, this is Syzygium
Very- very popular now with the
in Singapore.
These are all seedlings, all these pots. There are a lot of calatheas, or do you call them Japortia now, or do you still call them calatheas?
Yeah, anyway, I just stick to the say kind of old nomenclature because it's more kind of not only say easier to say pronounce,
Yeah.
but also the name is already there in usage
Yeah.
for many say many years. So I mean, so people know it. I mean,
Yes,
yeah,
calatheas.
I mean, if name changes may be important, but I think people have to also be kind of say, more sensible.
Yeah. More practical as well.
Yes, I mean, than to change the name for just so-called scientific reason.
Yeah. Beautiful. All these Somatophyllums. Man. What is this one? What are we looking at here?
This is also the
Herania.
and it's all the hybrid, I think.
Yeah. So your mother plants for Somatophyllums are here.
Yes.
It's gorgeous. They're so huge.
And yes, actually, this is also for the hybrid.
Yeah.
But it retains the characteristics of the parent very much.
Beautiful palm. And this is their flowers, or what is that?
The flowers, I mean,
Are they easy to pollinate? Palms?
yes, basically easy.
Okay.
Anyway, nothing so special or difficult actually if we know what to do. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have all the kind of say limited our activity on Salacca breeding because the germplasm is very limited and it's not really cost effective at the moment because you see, I mean, yeah, I mean, the market also may be not really say, as big as markets of Aroy.
Correct. That is sad. I mean, calatheas, I feel the problem is that a lot of people have difficulty keeping them alive. So it's very hard for them to take off. But I've read, I've watched a video where you mentioned that you actually breed your calatheas for the blooms as well.
Yes. You see, this is maybe the most kind of say intense. You see, breeding up. Say made so many crosses in the past. Not only hundreds of thousands, I think millions, because we started the collection of the germplasm in late 1991, and then the crosses you see reach up to about 1,000 a day, sometimes in 1998, and every day basically we made at least 1,000 crosses.
Wow.
Of different flowers.
Now, are these flowers good enough for cut flower industry or not?
Not so, because the say storage life or the shelf life is very limited.
Okay.
So it's only good as a potted plant.
But they do flower more often and with more showy flowers.
Sure. And with more showy flowers, more rose-like, I mean, with more black.
Yeah. Are you hybridizing them for foliage as well, or is that not a
for
thing?
both. I mean, say combination of foliage and nice flowers, nice inflorescences.
Oh man, Mr. Greg, I think I would have to do a genus per episode here. There's so much to cover.
Okay. It's a piper.
Yeah.
Peru.
It's from Peru?
Yeah.
They have those like anthurium-like leaves on the piper.
Yeah. It's cordata from Peru.
Is it Matisia? Cordata. All these are new to me. They're very, very unusual plants.
So being salad incompatible, it never set fruit for me. So we need maybe a different clone from Ecuador.
I see.
You see.
But it's flowering profusely, but it's
yes,
just not
yes.
producing.
Fruit.
Yeah.
Because it's self-incompatible.
Impossible selfing.
Yes. Attacked by the stem borers. So need to be treated.
A stem what? Sorry?
Stem borer.
Stem borer is a pest.
Yes, that may kill the tree eventually. They will live by themselves. Live by itself.
How do you treat for it?
We have to insert cotton bud immersed earlier in insecticide.
Okay.
Solution.
So you just apply it on the surface
Actually, we insert
into.
into the hole.
Oh my. So it's a surgical procedure.
Simple one.
Do you have people that goes around and checks on these?
Yes.
Okay.
My garden
Good.
to make kind of regular visit.
Hang on, what plant is this again?
The Matisia cordata, the so-called this chupa chupa, or
Chupa means to suck in Latin.
Yeah, chupa chupa.
And is it tasty because of the name?
Yes, of course.
There's a popular candy called Chupa Chups.
Yeah.
And you said this is from Latin America. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
From Latin America or from?
Yes, from Peru, particularly from South America. It's actually say Sapote de Solimoes,
Yeah.
South Amazonian. Amazonian sapote.
Is this a common fruit that they eat there, or is this
Yes.
considered uncommon?
But popular basically in Peru because where it originates along the Amazon.
I wonder why is it not popularized here in Indonesia?
No, because it's kind of a new introduction.
But do you think it will be popular if people get a taste of it?
Sure. My friend Jack Craig, the late Mr. Jack Craig, was the first to introduce it to Java.
Okay.
Jack Craig from Central Java.
This is not considered the
Not the best.
not the best one, but let's give it a shot. This is a seed? No.
And inside is a seed.
Okay, I'm gonna eat around it
That's
then.
only the pulp.
It's interesting. So do you throw the seeds somewhere?
You can throw it there.
Like on the ground there?
Yeah,
Okay.
no problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it left a good impression, but does it have like nutritional properties that
Actually, it has a high carotene content.
carotene?
Yeah.
Because of the color.
Yeah.
Orange. This is the snake fruit, Salacca. Is this the common variety that we eat, or is
No,
there many
this is,
varieties?
These are our hybrid.
Are you hybridizing them for taste?
Yes, of course.
Okay, and what are these curious growths happening here?
It's all durian seedling.
Durian.
It's also another undescribed species of Syzygium from Eastern New Guinea, from Papua New Guinea.
So I see, is Syzygium your current obsession?
No, just one of the plant that I am interested in because nature is so diverse.
Yeah.
And then anything interesting, I just like to grow because it's good to know.
Yeah, to study them.
This is so-called Salacca, our hybrid.
Salacca mawar is in English is rose.
Yes.
Is there a reason why it's called Salacca mawar?
Because of my interest in sun, in rose in general, and then anyway, it's also fragrant.
Like a rose?
No, I mean just it's like a rose, but then of course not as strong as a rose. It's not fully ripe, but it's already edible.
It's actually good. It's good. Yeah. Very nice.
It's not fully ripe.
Yeah, but it's, I don't know. This is probably one of the most memorable one that I've had so far. It's got this nice sweet, tangy, a bit slightly sour, which I like.
Another plant related to Syzygium, so-called Eugenia stipitata.
And this is only for ornamental as well?
No. It's also for, grown for the sour juice.
You said some juice?
Yes.
To consume?
Consume? Yes, for consumption. It's good to eat.
But not common here in our...
part of the world. And jackcrate, the red jackcrate. Actually, you might need to go there and check the garden.
So there's an event happening right now. This is his guest area. There's food over there. And there's apparently an event today where they're going to release the Aglaonema Golden Hope. It's one of their products. So people here are coming from all over Indonesia to come and try to get their hands on some of these Aglaonemas. But yeah, that's some friendly faces there. So they're gonna be here all day. A lot of them are tired from the long journey. And yeah, I'll be here for a while. I don't know how much I can film as usual because everything is a bit chaotic here. As you can see before, I was really trying to catch up with him. He's so fast. I really love his chaotic mind, beautiful mind that is like always looking out for things, always thinking. That was an amazing experience. Yeah, and that motorbike ride back here was pretty exhilarating as well. So we're entering an area. This is the Aglaonema Golden Hope that came out about 2 years ago. All the buyers here, they got to pick a number earlier. It's a random number, and now they have to find the assigned numbers. So they actually don't know what they were getting before. But this is the plan. Look at how beautiful this is. This is another hybrid of his, which is very popular, the Lotus Delight. Probably one of my favorites. So they all come in different sizes here. And look at the new leaves that's come out. Really, really gorgeous. So this is a 2-year-old product, but it's now coming to more stock because it's very, very limited before. And there's a baby coming off on the side. Now in this particular case, this has formed a clump. So there are actually several plants living in there. Look at that. That's like, I see 3 and a new one along the way. But it's probably a lot of vines. So with Aglaonemas, you sometimes buy them in a single pot like this, like a single branch, and they eventually will turn into this. And apparently I was talking to some ladies before, and they're saying that some of the Aglaonemas grow faster and easier than others. Alright, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode, but be on the lookout for the next episode as we properly gear up and get equipped for a more full-on adventure. It's going to be a longer video traversing through his amazing forest as we discover really, really interesting species. And some of the species that we discover in the next episode are going to be viable as the next trending houseplant. So you don't want to miss out on that episode.